Hello, I'd like to do a brief overview of the backend management system. This way you know where things are located and how to perform the main tasks in setting up your service on the SotoCloud platform. The first screen shows the name of the project with a description and shows links to the application on various platforms. To the left, there's a list of sections that control things like content management, billing, CDN management, and user account management. We will briefly go through these sections to explain what each one is for. More detailed explanations on how to do specific things will be in other videos. So the first section is Applications. In short, this is the User Interface Editor. This is where you construct the main screen of the application for the various platforms, or any other screen that can be attached to the main screen. These screens use widgets to employ various types of buttons that display different kinds of content. This screen, for example, has three different elements. There's the rotating background, the banner that can take you to specified content, and then the other tiles that control lists of content, which can be altered to display the content as desired. There are many preset buttons you can add, many of which can be customized to fit your needs. The web editor is more restricted in what can be customized, due to keeping the website compatible across various browsers. So to make changes like icon look and feel to match your brand, just let us know and the scope of work can be figured out. The content section is, of course, where your content is managed. Here you have live and video on-demand assets. They can be loaded manually or imported using an XML file. Clicking on one shows you what kind of information is used for each asset. Much of it is information that you'd see on IMDb, so we've included a way to import that metadata directly from an IMDb link. Along with the data for each asset, there's also how each asset is used, like which group it is visible in and what package and offer the content belongs to. The rental options are the dates that the particular asset is available to the client. To the side of the window, you can specify the genre, category, tags, and the image to be used with the asset. At the bottom, you can add the URL for the asset link, either in HLS or MPEG- format. You can point it directly to the asset or use the CDN. TV series is a little different, in that you can create the information for the series, and then you can expand the series asset to add the individual shows. Live channel assets have fewer metadata fields due to most of that being in the EPG data itself. In the Metadata tab, you can specify manually what genres or categories you would like to include in your service. Once you have your own apps looking the way you want and your content is all added, you will then want to get everything monetized. You do this using the Relations section. Packages can be created using similar information to the content assets with dates, categories, and groups. Then each package must be assigned to an offer or plan, like free or a one-time purchase to rent it, or perhaps a recurring subscription plan. Then there are groups, which can be used to show different content to different subscribers. In a group, you can choose which content is specific to individuals that are in that group, and you can add subscribers directly to the group. With billing, we have provided the ability to connect to PayPal or Stripe.com accounts. For example, if you want to connect to Stripe, you would simply provide the information that our system asks for about your Stripe account and bank information. After that, the web platform would be available to offer paid content to subscribers. In statistics, there is very basic reports of content usage and GeoIP map. And Reports has basic reports for you to get a glimpse of what is going on with the platform. If you want a specific type of report, we may be able to export the data in a CSV file. We can then have it uploaded to ours or your FTP or an HTTP location of your creation for you to view it. The EPG section controls metadata for the EPG. The format we generally use is the XML TV format. In Import XML, the location of the file can be specified along with how often to import the file. Usually the import is scheduled for once a day in the morning. The time shown uses Greenwich Mean Time for the time zone. The Subscribers section shows you the list of every subscriber on your platform. For For each account, you are shown their basic information, which group they are in, what devices they use, and what purchases they have. Infrastructure controls how the content is delivered. Each type of asset is represented. To configure your CDN, we have provided a place to identify the origin names of the service. So when you want to provide streams with CDN, you give this URL to your CDN platform, from which the provider will pull the content. Then the application will receive the CDN URL. For catch-up and DVR, you may use a different service because it is different streams being used. With DRM, we can connect to Verimatrix, Google DRM, and Nagra. We usually suggest starting with Google DRM since it has no licensing fees. The administration section aids in setting up more admin accounts to work alongside the main account, shown here for example. So when creating a new admin account, you can specify the type of permission the account has for each section, whether that be read-only or the ability to write or edit items in that section, or if they get no access to the section. The last section, called Support, shows contact info if you have questions, as well as an API section with lots of examples on how to use the APIs. So that is a brief overview of the backend and how to perform most of the main tasks needed to set up your service. Detailed explanations on how to do certain things can be provided later. If you have questions about any of this, please let us know.